Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with a higher order differential equation. Here what we have is basically the first order and higher order. If you have the equation which contains only dy by dx is called a first order. And here if you have a derivative greater than first order, then it is a higher order differential equation. Now the equation of the form is 0x d raised to n y by dx raised to n plus a1x d raised to n y by n minus 1 y upon dx raised to n minus 1 up to so an minus 1x dy by dx plus anx into y is equal to rx. This equation is called a higher order linear differential equation. It is called linear because see, the each derivative term has a degree 1. So the equation is called a linear. Here if a0, a1, a2 up to an, they all are constant, then equation 1 is called higher order linear differential equation with a constant coefficients. Now for the solution of higher order, we are going to start with put d by dx is equal to capital D. And if you are going to put d by dx is equal to capital D, then d raised to n by dx raised to n will be capital D raised to n. So put this value in equation 1. That will give a0 d raised to n minus 1y plus a1 d raised to n minus 1y a0 d raised to n into y plus a1 d raised to n minus 1 into y plus a2 d raised to n minus 2 into y and so on. An minus 1 d of y plus any is equal to rx. Here common out y, that will give a0 d raised to n plus a1 d raised to n minus 1 plus an minus 1 d plus an of y is equal to rx. And suppose that this polynomial of d is equal to some f of d. So you have equation fd of y is equal to rx. Now there are two cases for the equation. Before going on to cases, fd is equal to 0 is called auxiliary equation, and let d minus m1 d minus m2 up to d minus mn is a factorization of function fd. Then d is equal to m1 m2 up to mn. These are the solution of this auxiliary equation, and your solution is depending on these roots. Before going on to the roots of equation, first we are going to divide our solution into two parts. That means it is depending on equation. If this rx is 0, then equation is called homogeneous equation, and homogeneous equation has a solution y is equal to complementary function, or it is written as cf, or it is written as yc or yh. Now if this rx is not equal to 0, then the equation is called non-homogeneous equation, and the general solution is given by y is equal to complementary function plus particular integral. Here it is also denoted by yc plus yp or yh plus yp. So the method to find the complementary function is depending on the roots of auxiliary equation. So this is the table which you have to remember. Roots are real and distinct. That means whatever the value of m1 m2 up to mn, they are real and distinct. Then the general solution is given by y is equal to c1 e raised to m1x plus c2 e raised to m2x plus cn e raised to mnx. That means you have to multiply each root by x and write in the power of e and give them constant c1 c2 up to cn. Whatever the complementary function or the solution of the homogeneous equation, it always contain n number of constants. Whatever the order of your differential equation, that much constants are always in your solution. Okay. Now instead of real and distinct, if the roots are real and repeating, suppose m1 and m2 are same, then the solution is given by y is equal to c1 plus c2x into e raised to m1x. If it is 3 times repeated, m1 is equal to m2 is equal to m3, then the general solution is given by c1 plus c2x plus c3x square into e raised to m1x. See, these are the cases for real roots. But suppose you have a complex root, then in that case there are two possibilities. Either you have non-repeating complex root, then one root is a plus ib and the another root is a minus ib. And if you have a complex root, then they are always in the form of pairs, a plus ib and a minus ib. So complex roots are always in the form of pairs. So the general solution is given by y is equal to e raised to ax into c1 cos bx plus c2 sin bx. That means the real part is a, that will be in the power of e, and the imaginary part is b. We are not going to consider the sign of imaginary part. Simply imaginary part is b. So we are writing it in a cos and sine. That means e raised to ax c1 cos bx plus c2 sin bx. Now if you have a repeating complex conjugate, that means m1 is equal to m2 is equal to a plus ib and m3 is equal to m4 is equal to a minus ib. Then y is equal to e raised to ax c bracket in the bracket c1 plus c2x cos bx plus c3 plus c4x sin bx. So in the case of repeating, as per real, here you have to put c1 plus c2x and c3 plus c4x. So these are the four cases for solution of homogeneous equation. Now see, if you have given any equation, then it is given in a form of either solve the differential equation or simply given it is solved. So I have written the example, solve y double dash minus 4y dash plus 3y is equal to 0. See, here you have is equal to 0. That means this equation is homogeneous. That is the first thing. And if you have a homogeneous equation, then the general solution is nothing but it is a CF. So you only have to find out CF. To find CF, what you have to do is you have to write down this equation in the form of simple d square y by dx square minus 4 dy by dx plus 3y is equal to 0. Here we are going to put d by dx is equal to capital D, as we have discussed earlier in a theory. So we are going to put d by dx is equal to capital D. That will give you, this term is going to be a d square, this term is going to be a d, so you have d square y minus 4 dy plus 3y is equal to 0. Y will be common out, so d square minus 4d plus 3 of y is equal to 0. So we have auxiliary equation d square minus 4d plus 3 is equal to 0. See, whatever the function of d you have here, that is equal to 0 is called a auxiliary equation. That means fd is equal to 0 is your auxiliary equation. So this is your auxiliary equation. Now we have to factorize it. So 3 1 is a 3. So d square minus 3d minus d plus 3 is equal to 0. So d common out, minus 1 common out, and we have two factors, d minus 1, d minus 3. And therefore the general solution is given by, now see, these two roots are real and distinct. So real and distinct, that means you have a case 1. In case 1, you have real and distinct root. Then you have to multiply each root by x. So multiplying each root by x and writing in the power of e, that will be a e raised to x, e raised to 3x. And since both are solutions, so we are going to write down the general solution as a c1 e raised to x plus c2 e raised to 3x. You have to give constant to each of them. Since your equation is a second order equation, this equation is a second order, so you have two arbitrary constants in the general solution. Same manner, second example, y triple dash plus 6y double dash plus 11y dash plus 6y is equal to 0. So this will be a d cube y by dx cube plus 6 d square y by dx square plus 11 dy by dx plus 6y is equal to 0. So we are going to put d by dx is equal to capital D, and that will give you d cube y minus 6 d square y plus 11 dy plus 6y is equal to 0. This will be a d cube y, this will be a d square y, this will be a dy. Y will be common out, and that will give you d cube plus 6d square plus 11d plus 6 of y is equal to 0. Now you have auxiliary equation d cube plus 6d square plus 11d plus 6 is equal to 0. So factorizing this by synthetic division, that will give you two factors, d plus 1 d square plus 5d plus 6. Again factorizing this one, that will give you d plus 1 d plus 2 d plus 3. So you will have d is equal to minus 1 minus 2 minus 3. Again these three are real values and they are distinct. So the general solution is c1 e raised to x minus x, c2 e raised to minus 2x, c3 e raised to minus 3x. Okay, so these are the, so d is equal to minus 1 minus 2 minus 3, and therefore the general solution of e raised to minus x plus c2 e raised to minus 2x plus c3 e raised to minus 3x. Okay, now the same manner we are going to solve another example, y double dash minus 6y dash plus 9y is equal to 0. Now put d by dx is equal to capital D. Now see, it is not necessary that you have to write down all the things. You can directly put it, and you can directly write down this is equal to d square y minus 6 dy plus 9y is equal to 0. Or you can directly write down d square minus 6d plus 9 of y equal to 0. So this is your auxiliary equation, d square minus 6d plus 9 equal to 0. Factorizing, that will give you d minus 3 the whole square is equal to 0, and that will give you d is equal to 3 2 times, and that means you have real and repeating root. This is real and repeating, therefore the general solution is given by c1 plus c2x into the bracket e raised to minus 3x. So please remember, in the case of repeating roots, you have to write down c1 plus c2x. Same manner, one another examples, y triple dash minus 3y dash plus 2y is equal to 0. Again put d by dx is equal to capital D, that will give you d cube y minus 3dy plus 2y is equal to 0. So you have d cube minus 3d plus 2 of y is equal to 0. So auxiliary equation is d cube minus 3d plus 2 is equal to 0. Now factorizing it by synthetic division. So one factor is d minus 1. Another factor is d square plus d minus 2. Now here again factorizing this one, that will give you d minus 1 d square plus 2d minus d minus 2 is equal to 0, because 2 1 is a 2. So you have factors d minus 1 d plus 2 d minus 1. So you have the solutions d is equal to 1 1 and minus 2. Now see, 1 is a case of repeating real, and minus 2 is a real and distinct. So for repeating real, you have to apply c1 plus c2x into e raised to mx. M is 1, so e raised to 1x. And this is a distinct, so c3 e raised to minus 2x. Okay. Same manner, so that will give you the general solution c1 plus c2x e raised to x plus c3 e raised to minus 2x. Now we are going on to the another one, y double dash plus 4y dash plus 5y is equal to 0, and putting d by dx is equal to capital D, that will give d square plus 4d plus 5 of y is equal to 0. Now see, the factorization is not possible, so we are going to solve it by delta. So d is equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So using that formula, that will give minus b, that is minus 4, plus or minus under root b square, that is 16, minus 20, that is 4 into a into c. A is 1, c is 5, upon 2 into a, that is 2 into 1. Simplifying this one, that will give 4 plus or minus under root minus 4 upon 2. That is minus 4 plus or minus 2i by 2. That is minus 2 plus or minus I. So here your real part is minus 2 and imaginary part is plus or minus 1. But we are not going to take a sign. So a is minus 2 and b is 1. So your solution will be e raised to ax. That means e raised to minus 2x. Into the bracket c1 cos bx, but b is 1, so c1 cos 1x plus c2 sin bx, that means b is 1, again that will be gives c2 sin x. So the general solution is e raised to minus 2x c1 cos x plus c2 sin x. Suppose you have equation y double dash y4 dash plus 18y double dash plus 81y. Then again putting d is equal to d by dx, that will give d raised to 4 plus 18 d square plus 81y is equal to 0. So you have auxiliary equation d raised to 4 plus 18 d square plus 81 is equal to 0, and that will give you d square is equal to minus 9 minus 9. So you have d is equal to plus or minus 3i plus or minus 3i. Now see, here you have a repeating complex numbers and the real part is 0, imaginary part is 3. So a is 0, b is 3. So the general solution is e raised to 0x into the bracket c1 plus c2x cos 3x, because b is 3, plus c3 plus c4x into sin 3x. But e raised to 0 is 1, so you have c1 plus c2x cos 3x plus c3 plus c4x into sin 3x. Same manner, suppose you have given y triple dash minus y is equal to 0. Then you have d cube minus 1 of y is equal to 0. So your auxiliary equation is d cube minus 1 is equal to 0. See here, d cube minus 1 has a factors d minus 1, d square plus d plus 1. A cube minus b cube has a two factor a minus b, and second factor a square plus ab plus b square. So you have d is equal to 1 and d square plus d plus 1 equal to 0. Now here we are using delta, that will give minus 1 by 2 plus or minus root 3i by 2. Correct? And therefore this is a real non-repeating and this is your real non-repeating, this is your real complex non-repeating. So e raised to alpha x, that is e raised to m1x, that is c1 e raised to m1x, and here real part is minus 1 by 2, that will be in the power of e, and imaginary part is root 3 by 2, that will be in the cos and sine. So c1 e raised to x plus e raised to minus x by 2 into the bracket c2 cos root 3 by 2 x plus c3 sin root 3 by 2 x. So this is the method to find CF.